Haiti has been demonized no matter where you go. There isn't a place on this hemisphere that's spoken about how Haiti is spoken about, that has this structured way that it's presented, way that it's viewed. No other place is talked about like that. They don't even talk about Cuba how do you talk about Haiti. You wonder why that is? Are the people there defective? Is it just, is it a deal with the devil, like some claim? I don't think so. The real deal with the devil might have been the deal with the French in 1825. Haiti was forced to pay what would today be $30 billion. $30 billion for a young nation that, one step removed, helped build the U.S. 30 billion is a lot. And when I say help build the U.S., I don't mean slavery. Go back to your history books from high school. I mean the Louisiana Purchase. How many of us are taught about the Louisiana Purchase, but not taught of Haiti's involvement? So the French owned a swath of land from Louisiana all the way up to Canada. The U.S. was still a small place. Without this happening, the Louisiana Purchase, there wouldn't be a expansion to the West. America bought land from the French for pennies on the dollar. That only happened because they were losing this war. And that only happened because of the French Revolutionary War and how that ended. These things happen sequentially. This is literally high-level chess. And it's always been that way. There's always been a 4D board under our feet. We just not in the game. Now, before I move forward, I'm just gonna flash a few books, and there's no way to really grasp all of what I'm saying from these books, but there's some of the reads that allowed me to start thinking clearer or seeing things a little differently, what I think is the right way. But yeah, some of these books paired with a lot of hours on lectures from great people like Baina Bello, Ray Hagan, a host of others, man. It's been a decade easy. But first book, When God Spoke Greek. Read it. Timothy Michael Law. Brainwashed by Tom Burrell. Read it. Haiti, The Aftershocks of History, Laurent Dubois. Another one that's really good about Haiti is The Black Jacobins and The Irritated Genie. Check that out. The Destruction of Black Civilization, Chancellor Williams. They Came Before Columbus by Ivan Van Sertima. And The ISIS Papers by Francisco S. Wilson. Sorry about that. And this is before 2001. All right, before 2000. This book was before 2001. If you don't know about Egyptian history, ISIS is a figure there. So this isn't what you think. But the point I'm trying to get to is that this history is very complicated. All the colonies were used as pawns. Haiti just got the short end of the stick there because of what was achieved and what was continually pushed for, which was freedom. If there was no Haitian Revolution, there'd be no Nat Turner. If there was no Haitian Revolution, there'd be no Denmark Vesey, there'd be no Gabriel Prosser. All the attempts at revolutions all around the world. I'd argue most of them were sparked by Haiti. Now, there were obviously some that existed before Haiti. I'm not disillusioned by that fact. But Haiti's being successful did something. And they wanted to make sure that never happened again. They learned a lot from that, right? Abraham Lincoln, prior to the Emancipation Proclamation, suggested that freed slaves be sent to Haiti or Liberia. Now, this is before this smear campaign, but probably would have been a good thing. I don't know. That's another thing. Abraham Lincoln got a lot of flack for some things he said back then. It's like history is looked at with 2021 lens, and I think that's the wrong way to look at it. You have to judge something contextually. You have to look at it contextually, and it's time. I think that's the intellectually correct way to look at it.